I didn't know what I wanted to do. I felt really lost during the pandemic when I had class on Zoom and stuff. I was just like, what am I doing here? It's just scary to, do something new and kind of like flip your life around. I just didn't want to fail.
So many people nowadays are like, oh, I'm going to start a brand. What would you say differentiates you from the them? Awesome, fantastic. Well, everyone, welcome to almost said the Sweet Dreams podcast. Welcome to Jack Ultra TV. This is the first at-home episode in our brand new lovely set. And today I'm joined by a very close personal friend of mine, Dillon Sweetdreams. How you doing today, Dillon?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Dillon is a very close personal friend of mine. He has created a great clothing company called Sweetdreams that actually drops today that you should definitely go check out. So for the people that don't know, could you explain what really impacts you and what created this journey and what made you want to start making clothes?
Yeah, so basically I think the inception of Sweetdreams was I was coming out of community college. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, I had I was putting a lot of pressure on myself, and I didn't know, what I wanted to do as far as my career. I always liked fashion, I liked art, but I was kind of afraid of making that leap, doing it full time, because I just didn't know what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to feel stuck somewhere. But I kind of realized when during the pandemic when I had class on Zoom and stuff, I was just like, what am I doing here? I know what I want to do with my life. I want to make clothes, I want to create art. So I don't want to be holding myself back, and that's kind of where the brand started, and that's what got me here today, and that's how we ended up meeting.
Just to start off, because we talked about more clothing stuff, where did you grow up? What's your story as far as that?
I grew up in Santa Clarita Valley. If anyone knows where that is, it's near Six Flags Magic Mountain. That's I think the one thing Santa Clarita's known for, so that's what I tell people. Yeah, so I grew up there. I lived there all the way, all of my life, basically in the same house until I moved out for college, and now I'm here in LA, and I've been here for about 3 years, and I love it here. I could see myself staying here forever.
Absolutely. LA is, for people that don't live out here, it's I think the way I describe LA is it's two types of people, either chill as the chillest people you ever met, or bags, assholes. There's no middle ground. And could you explain how LA has really had an impact on your life and on your style and as far as clothes and in your everyday life? What moving to LA was like, and how that changed multiple aspects of your life?
Right. Well, I'm fortunate that I already lived in California, so the schools I was looking at, it just happened to be near LA, so that's why I moved. And all the stuff I love is in LA. All the stores are on Melrose, not far from my place. I could go to the beach. Because
we had the time when we were teenagers of going to Round 2 and going to all these different type of places. It was such that era, and being here was so awesome.
And it's all these places are places I love to go, and they have the clothes I like. You walk around the streets and you hear the music that I like to listen to. All the people are dressed the way I dress. So it's just really cool, to people watch, go sightsee, just observe the world around me, and draw inspiration that way.
And LA also has such a huge culture. I mean, there's so many different parts of LA, and people that may not live here don't really get that. There's it's such a big city. It's hundreds of miles of city. I think it's huge. I mean, an hour in LA gets you nowhere, an hour of driving. But I think that's the thing that's so incredible is seeing the amount of different cultures and different influences and different people. I think that's something that's super important. Could you speak on the when? Because for me, there's a first moment where I realized oh shit, clothes are hard. I remember I was in third grade and I saw this one motherfucker who was the coolest kid in class, and he was wearing a McDonald's shirt, and I'm that's the hardest shit ever. Could you explain and expand on what clothes mean to you and how that really got started for you? How being really into clothes and liking clothes, how that kind of has started and how it has since impacted your life?
Right. So, yeah, I get what you mean with the like elementary school stuff. I feel like that's kind of my first memory as well. Like, I mean, obviously everyone in school is trying to fit in, and you want to be cool, and you want everyone to think that you like got the dopest outfit on. So I'd see like what all the cool kids were wearing. Not that they're actually like the cool kids, but at the time I thought they were cool. And they'd wear like skate brands like Diamond Supply and Huff and like all that stuff. And I was just like, I need to get that. Like, I want to look like them. And so I started like going to skate shops and trying to get those clothes. And most of the time, I wouldn't even get that exactly. I'd like go to the sale rack and like see what they had in my size for sale. But that was kind of cool though, because then it's like I wasn't exactly like everyone else. Like I was going to the same stores they did and stuff and taking inspiration from them, but then I'd kind of like find my own like swag. Um, and then yeah, I think clothes just became a way of like being confident and being different. Like I didn't, even though I was trying to like look like the cool kids, I guess that I kind of
You found your own style through that, and you kind of put your own sauce on it. You kind of put your own bit of sauce on it. And I mean, dude, that era for me is so legendary. Like Diamond Supply and fucking Huff and Stussy and all those brands. So many people nowadays are like, oh, I'm gonna start a brand. Like that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make some t-shirts. I'm gonna do this. What would you say differentiates you from them?
well, I guess like I kind of touched on before, like not to get too deep into things, but I was going through like a point in my life when I was like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I felt really lost, and I was just like, I was like trying to tell myself like, follow your dreams, like do what you want to do. But I was scared because I don't know. I just didn't want to fail. Like,
It's something you kind of needed. It was like all or nothing.
right. Like I needed to tell myself like bet on your dreams because I know like I believe in myself. But at the time I was just like, it's just scary to, do something new and kind of like flip your life around. So I just like needed to keep telling myself, believe in your dreams, bet on yourself. And that's kind of where Sweet Dreams started. Cause once I realized that like, I'm telling myself to follow my dreams and do this. And I wanted other people to feel that as well. No matter what your dream is, no matter if you want to make clothes, you want to be a singer, you want to dance, you want to do art, you want to play sports, anything you want to do that makes you happy. I just wanted people to not be afraid to go after what they want to go after.
Just do, as long as it's not hurting anybody, do what the fuck you want.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. That's honestly like a very, very genuine answer. I don't know, man. I guess the thing that's so funny is because we kind of, because we obviously spoke about like companies like Stussy and Diamond Supply. Dude, Diamond Supply was like currency. Like that was like, hey, you got hose if you had Diamond Supply, and like now it's like nothing. So can you explain like going through like step by step the things that you saw, the brands that really like year by year you saw influencing, and just the history of fashion that just impacted you?
Diamond is like one of the first ones that I really remember, like seeing the little like tag on the bottom corner of the shirt. I was just like, I don't know, I just thought that was so cool. Black shirt with like the Tiffany logo. Like even I remember like the teachers would start like noticing it. I had like a ceramics class one time, and our teachers were telling us to like make our own logos, and she was like, no one's able to make like a diamond on their thing, like because she wanted us to be original. She knew that that's what everyone was gonna do. So yeah, like all the skate brands like Diamond, Huff, I remember I had a bunch of that stuff. um Active Ride Shop, I don't know how many of those are around, but if you're in California, that was like the spot to go to. uh yeah, I think that's kind of where it started. And then obviously I, started like getting into Jordan.
We both went through our Supreme phase and that, then kind of the hypebeast era. You can, yeah, talk about that.
Yeah, so obviously like going down Melrose, going to Supreme, going to the Bape store, all those like really hype brands. I feel like everyone's had that point where, you just want something because it's hype. And I'm not like hating on that. Like that's, I understand that. And I still like fall victim to that sometimes. But, then I started really like getting into the brands that like I resonated with the message and the story, and that like meant something to me personally instead of just like having a red box logo.
The thing that's so cool is because you spoke about brands that resonated with you after, you've kind of evolved past the point of, oh, Ooga Booga, cool box on t-shirt. Could you, like, what are the brands that you really felt resonated with you? Because I have brands that really resonated with me, and I was wondering what those were with you.
Well, currently, I really love CPFM. I think that all the stuff they do is crazy. Like I see a lot of people replicating it now, but I think when they were like, when they were starting out, no one was like doing stuff like them. I really like the colors, like just the element of playfulness. Like doing stuff that other brands weren't doing.
Not taking it too seriously.
Yeah, like a lot of brands take themselves super seriously, and they're like, I don't know, they like want to be this like edgy hardcore brand, and they're like, yeah, CPFM, like I don't know. I just look at their stuff and I like, their logo's like a happy face. So, yeah, they don't take themselves as seriously, which is refreshing to see.
Absolutely, for sure. And I guess that someone, after hearing you say the edgy stuff and seeing you and a guy like with a mask and all black, like what would you say to why as far as taking the inspiration and examples we've seen in streetwear and fashion, and how did you, like, what made you decide to go with the design choices that you did for some of your pieces?
Right. So, well, I guess to address the mask, like the reason I'm covering my face is because I believe that, the Sweet Dreams isn't about one person. It's not about the person who started it. It's not about, it's not about the people who.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, like I want you to feel like anyone can wear it. I don't want you to look at me and be like, oh, I don't look like that person, so I don't fit in this box. Like there is no box. I don't want it to be about me necessarily. I want it to be about everyone that, like is a part of it. So I don't want to just be the one taking credit for everything.
No, 100%. It's not. It's more than gender. It's more than race. It's more than financial class. It's more than everything. Like that's. I think that's something that's super sick. What are some things that are outside of the wheelhouse of clothing that have influenced you? Whether it's things like music, things like movies. Like what pieces of media have really left an impact on you?
Right. Well, I think definitely rap has had a big impact on me. Like I remember my parents not wanting me to listen to rap when I was in elementary school. Obviously, because they're like, I know listening to cursing, no listening to them talk about drugs. And
you had to listen to like the clean versions where it was like, it didn't include the swear words. Yeah.
Like I had this like old clock radio that had, so this was like before I had an iPod, so I couldn't just look up any songs I want. I just have to listen to like Power 106. That's like the go-to, and I'd have to like hope that like Black and Yellow came on so I could like listen. Or like, like I wouldn't know any of the song names either because I don't know, like it's not like they announced every song, so I just have to like wait for it and be like, oh, I love this song. I don't know who it is.
Have to figure it out, yeah.
Listening to Power 106, like that's just I don't know why, that's like the one station that I thought was awesome. I still think it's awesome. They just play whatever was popular, so I'd kind of like listen to whatever the trends were at the time. Like I remember when I started listening to it, it was like Ludacris and 2 Chainz and like B.O.B. Like I don't even, just the most like random people that I haven't thought about in forever.
Headband by B.O.B. is still a fucking classic, bro. That song's amazing.
Yeah, and then like Kanye West and people that I still like love and listen to now, and I think that's also kind of where I got into fashion because I'd listen to this music that I love and I'd want to like be like these people, and a good way to do that was to like emulate the way they dress, and like like I felt confident wearing it because I was like, these are like my heroes that I'm like recreating.
The thing that's so crazy about music for me is like music is something where it's like I can listen to fucking Tyler and I can feel a certain way, and then I can also listen to Erykah Badu and feel a certain way, and then I can listen to black metal and feel a certain way. I can listen to X and feel a certain way. I can listen to Kurt Cobain and feel a certain way. What would you say, like, as far as the feeling behind music, what what differentiates music from different types of art, and what makes it as impactful as it is on you personally?
I mean, thinking back to like all the songs that I like hold near dear to my heart, I think, it could be that it's an amazing song that, like it's really well written and well produced, or it also could be just that I was at a point in my life and I associate hearing this song with, like having good memories and like that also too. Like I don't think like someone could say they have a favorite song and like who are you to say that's not like a good song? Like everyone has different taste in music, and I think that's also what makes it so special because like everyone has different tastes and everyone likes different things. So it's like I think that's why everyone bonds over music so much when you find people that either are like the things you listen to or don't, and you can learn from them. And it's just I mean, same with clothes or any arts, people expressing themselves.
As far as what other, because we spoke about music and clothes and other things like that. What other things in your life really impact you? Like as far as like I know that like we're both I don't know if people would know this. We're both toy collectors, for instance. What would something like action figures or toys, like why does that resonate with you?
I mean, just when I think back to my childhood and growing up, like a lot of the good memories I have are just watching cartoons, playing video games, doing things like that. So when I'm able to like, for example, like my favorite movie growing up, even now, is like Toy Story. I just love that movie so much. For example, having like a Buzz Lightyear action figure in my room and looking at it, it just makes me happy, brings me back to the times when I was like running around my room, making Buzz fly all over the place. Yeah, I just think it's a good way to keep me inspired, look around, see all the things that I love, and draw inspiration from it. And also, it's just fun. Like, I like walking into my room and seeing all my toys and being like, this is sick. Like,
This is dope.
Yeah, it's just cool. I mean, it's a good way for people to know about me, too. They could see all the things I like, and yeah, it's just a fun way to collect things as well.
What are some of your plans? Because obviously you're dropping today. Today your drop will have gone live. Go to SWEATDREAMZZZ. SWEETDREAMZZZ or
SweetDreamzZZ.com. SweetDreamZZZ on Instagram. Yeah, June 3rd, which is today.
And if you don't, I'm gonna you up. No, I'm just kidding. But
no, not that. But if you do feel inclined, it'd be appreciated.
What's your plan for Sweet Dreams? Why should people care? What's the, not the message? What's the plan for the future? What is gonna make this into a long lasting thing in your eyes?
All right. Well, I guess a little bit about this first drop. We're dropping a T-shirt and a hoodie. This is the T-shirt that's wrapped around right now. This is the hoodie. And the reason it's black and white, this is the first drop. So it kind of is like we are at like a black and white stage right now.
Trying to keep the basics and just stay true to your roots.
Right, exactly. And, like kind of like having the first drop black and white, like it could evolve anywhere from here. And I think that's kind of the cool thing about following it. Like I know what I want to do, and I don't want to give too much of that away because like part of the following the journey and seeing everything is like the experience. Like the clothes are like a way to get people together. So I want to have pop-ups, get people that are following it. Like I want to give them a chance to pursue their dreams the way I'm pursuing mine. So if I can, have a pop-up and let people perform, or, repost people on the Instagram and social medias doing their thing and, really living that message. I want to be able to give back to the community that has given me so much. So, yeah, I think it's really important, especially now, like, support each other. Give those people a helping hand who might need it. We're all humans. We're all in this life together trying to do our own thing. And as someone that used to, be afraid to talk to people and have social anxiety and things like that, once you start opening yourself up to others, even though it might be hard, It's really it's really like it could be a life-changing experience. So I'm just trying to, promote that through whatever we're doing here.
And really have an impact. Absolutely. So we're getting towards the end. This has been absolutely a lovely experience. Actually, one of the most fun interviews that I've had. Not just because like you're my homie at the end of the day, but I really do with what you're doing, and I do believe in you, and I really just I appreciate the amount of impact that you've had on my life, and that I know that you will have on other people's lives through this as well, for sure.
You as well. I mean, I don't know. Like, I see you as like, what we were saying, like creative equal. I think like even though we're doing different things with the interviews and clothes, like a lot of it does intertwine. And yeah, I'm sure like wherever you see me doing my stuff, you're gonna see him there, and wherever he's doing his stuff, I'll be there somewhere too. So yeah.
Absolutely. So, do you have any last parting words for the people? Anything more that you should say?
I guess I would just say, do what you love. Don't let anybody tell you can't do anything or that something's impossible, because the only person that knows truly what you can do is yourself. And yeah, I just think that's really important reminder. All the struggles you may go through, all the doubts you may have, just keep pushing, because those people that did have something special that would have, like blown up or made it big, the only difference between you and them is that, they quit. If you keep at something and you truly believe in it and you do it, no matter how long it may take, it will work.
And you manifest that shit and really create a positive change in the world. Absolutely, man. Well, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. I love you. Absolutely. Sweet Dreams. Go fucking check it out. SWEATDREAMZZZ.com. All that shit. You know what the fuck it is. It's fantastic. This is my creative partner, Dillon. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you guys. Make sure to go follow this guy everywhere. Yeah.
Ultra out, baby.